At the end of the day, we are here for our personal growth, not just to create results. The last 2.5 months of 2025 was incredible. And when I say incredible, I'm talking deep, deep inner work. I didn't expect any of it. It started around mid-October and lots of releasing going on, and then one thing after another happening, and I finally come to the surface and there'd be something else. And all I knew was the universe was preparing me for something big. I don't know what that is still exactly, but that's what I knew. And one thing that it taught me, and it helped me really anchor in, is the fact that I am safe no matter what's going on, and to trust my intuition and to honor where I was at. Because I had to honor that I needed time to me. I needed to honor what my intuition was telling me, what my body was telling me, because at the end of the day, we are here for our personal growth, not just to create results. The journey to those results is the personal growth. And I had to, do a little bit of the battle, because I've gone through a lot of healing around this, but really trusting that nothing's going to fall apart if I take time for me to do the growth and the work that I need to do for me. Like, I didn't even want to be online. I didn't want to post anything, even things that I already pre-recorded. I didn't want to put anything out there. I needed to go completely within and eternal. And internal. I am eternal, but internal. And I just lost my train of thought. I just went, awesome. It'll come back. Anyways, I had to trust. I had to trust where I was going. I had to trust my intuition and taking one step at a time and trusting that nothing will be lost. My business won't be lost. Everything will be fine. And also getting present to, because it's so important to me to do my inner work, to really focus and meditate and spend time meditating and connecting and doing that type of growth in my life, that I also need a career or a type of business that honors that within me, that supports that within me. So there was a lot of trust, lots of trust. And now 2026, I am coming back. Piece by piece, I am coming back. So what I wanted to talk about today was trusting your intuition. Your intuition is your gold, period. And I get it, at times you may have made mistakes, or you thought you've made mistakes, or you've had unpleasant experiences and feeling like you can't trust yourself anymore. There's a good chance that when you made those decisions, you weren't coming from your intuition, you were actually coming from your ego, and it wasn't your intuition. And also, when you're following your intuition, it doesn't always make sense. It doesn't always seem right or logical, right? It's the intuition comes from a higher version of you that isn't always logical on this 3D plane, because we've created what logic is. We believe we know what logic is and what rational is and what makes sense is. So it comes across like, what? But really, it's your gold. So when you really harness your intuition, when you really step into it, when you trust it, when you embrace it, when you allow your intuition to really guide you, that is where the gold is. Now, when you listen to your intuition, it brings you closer to your manifestations, because your intuition now is guiding you on the next divine action to take in order to create what it is that you intend to create in this world. It also brings you to your purpose and to your path. It is the most important tool that you have within you that you don't need to pay for. It's all yours, and hearing it, listening to it, being guided by it is the biggest gift you could also give yourself. What do I else have here? It aligns you with your purpose. So your intuition will even tell you which way to go, whether you need to go left or right, maybe somewhere down the middle. It keeps you present. In order to listen to your intuition, in order to follow your intuition and be with it, it forces you to be present in the moment, in the now, forgetting about tomorrow and yesterday, or the next moment and this moment on some level. It keeps you here, now, in the moment, being guided. Now, it doesn't mean forget about tomorrow, forget everything, tomorrow's not coming kind of thing. No. Tomorrow is your goal, fine, cool, done, it's set, it's out there. Now you're here. And it's following that intuition right here, right now, in the moment, so you can hear it, so you can trust it and following it. Now, there are many reasons why you may not trust it. There's, your history of what you've experienced, choices you made that you feel like, how can I trust myself next time? Or even childhood. We weren't taught to trust ourselves, to go within. No, we were always taught that we don't know nothing. Children know nothing. You have to go outside of yourself all the time. So we were taught to trust the parents, other adults in the family, teachers, the government, the news, like anything and everything outside of us, never to trust ourselves. And yeah, next makes you magnetic. So because now you are very present, because you are in the now, you become so much more magnetic for your business, magnetic in relationships and what you attract in your life. It just happens. Things just happen. You also start to detach more. Like, it's just such a beautiful thing. I've made such a leap myself going through that 2.5 months at the end of 2025 that I mentioned at the beginning to now where I'm at in 2026 of really surrendering, trusting and allowing, even if it makes no flippin' sense, to follow my intuition. There was a point, like there was a decision I needed to make and an action I needed to take. And my intuition kept yelling, you have to. But the other part of me, the ego, was like, well, it kind of makes no sense. But it's like, no, you have to. And I felt this like I had no choice. So I took a leap of faith and I trusted it. And right now, we'll see what happens. I'm taking day by day. So far, so good. So far, things are working. And we'll see what tomorrow brings. And then the other piece is that it's calming. When you're in your intuition, you get to be in the moment. You get to be in your flow. It's just so calming. Right now I'm a little hyper, but that's because I had a green tea. So I had a little too much caffeine / tea, so whatever it's called that's in tea that actually is apparently stronger than caffeine in the tea. So I'm a little hyper right now, but it's so calming. When you trust yourself, when you don't doubt yourself and your path and your journey, life is so calming. It's so beautiful. You go with your flow and you trust that flow. By just being me, I had things unexpectedly come in. And it was just like, oh, great. And it was just like, there was this feeling of gratitude and this like acknowledgement of, yes, I am on my path. This is the space I need to stay in. And that's the Empress vibe. The magnetic Empress that is already within you, that you don't need to train or anything like that. You just need to strengthen that muscle. And the High Priestess within, and we even have the Emperor within that has to take the action, all of that. So anyways, if you are ready to start looking into what is holding you back from trusting your intuition, like what are the fears, the blocks, all of that kind of stuff, connect with me. You can work with me one-on-one. I also created, if you just want to take put in a little toe into the water, I created an Empress journey called Finally Trusting Your Intuition. So I'll share the link below. And it has a variety of, you'll see on the landing page. It has like a variety, I'm going to sign up there. It has a variety of techniques that I use to really clear out what's blocking you. Because I know for me, a lot of it was, from childhood, I was taught not to trust myself. And then also my mistakes in my life that I saw as mistakes. I'm like, well, how can I trust myself now? How can I trust what I'm sensing right now? How can I trust what I'm feeling right now? Because everything else that I went through. Yet I think about one very toxic relationship that I let myself be in. And I remember there was a moment where I sat there and I'm like, I don't know why, but I am meant to experience this. So there was a moment where I was in my alignment. I wasn't in my trauma, my wounds, the, triggering the ego and in that space of attachment and holding on and, the needing to, totally opposite of the Empress, basically, being in an insecure attachment kind of space. I had a moment of pure alignment and all I got was, I am meant to experience this. I don't know why, but I am meant to. So sometimes we are meant to experience things that aren't the best or seem like the best for the best. So that experience for me really took me to a place of realizing my self-worth. I got to a point where I'm like, why the am I doing this? And everything changed after that. Because I had to get to that point in order to realize. So yeah, connect with me and I'll see you next week.